Hey, friend, welcome to Friend. Let's talk about it. I'm your host, Lakiana, unfiltered, unapologetic, and always keeping it real. This is your space for honest conversations about love, life, healing, and everything in between. We'll talk about cinema as well. No pressure, no judgment, just real talk. So relax your shoulders, take a deep breath. Friend, let's talk about it. We are here. We are back. I am back and I miss you more than ever. Oh my God, it's been a while, but we're here in 2026 because we keep our promises. So here we go. 2026, 2025 was an eye opener. It was an eye opener, right? But we're here in 2026 and we are pushing, we're thriving, we're loved, we're happy. Okay. Today's episode that I'm actually really excited to talk about is not having a New Year's resolution. So this episode is called No Resolution, Just Alignment. Okay. And with that being said, I really want to kind of reiterate on that. I want to align with who I am and who I want to be. So I want to align with my values. I want to align with peace. Um, I want to choose what I'm aligning with, regardless of if it's on spot or if it's something that I've been aligning with for a long time. So this year I won't be saying like new year, new me type of thing. I'm just really going to like dig in and be myself. I'm tired of setting these unrealistic resolutions and then I don't stick to them. Um, you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of us do that instead of actually aligning with ourselves and being honest with ourselves and reevaluating what we need to reevaluate and then align with, properly. Um, so that's something that I wanted to talk about is that. And I want to align with things that feel good instead of what looks good. So this year I'm not becoming someone else. I'm not a new year. I'm not getting back to myself or anything like that. I'm just gonna become honest with who I am and align things properly the way that it needs to be so that I can become who I want to become, or become myself, I should say, right? So one thing with that is moving in ways that matches your value. Okay. And I just talked to my baby sister. Sorry I'm sick, so y'all hear that, but I just talked to my baby sister and she was we were just having a conversation about me, right? And a lot of things that I had done in my past did not match my value and who I wanted to be. So a lot of things that I do now may look foreign to people. It may look like it may look or seem like I'm not being me, right? Um and to be honest, who I was in the past was not me. That Jade was very sick, right? Um, Whether it was sick with about my weight physically or sick mentally, uh, I wasn't happy in a lot of ways. So yeah, so moving in ways that match my value, whether it's cleaning, daily, showering every day, or doing things that I know, um, that is healthy for me, that is healthy for my children, that is healthy for my loved ones, whatever the case may be. So moving in ways that match my value. Okay. Also, a big one is saying no without any guilt. I have a very or have had a very bad uh, issue with saying no and feeling bad after saying no. If I have $25 and someone asks me for 20 and I give them 20, instead of, I should have said no because this is my last, amount of money that I have. Instead, I just do it and then I'll be like, dang, you know? Or if I do say no, excuse me, you guys, if I do say no, I'm gonna be like, dang, I should have just, I'm someone who consumes energy, consume feelings around me. So, and I'm a sensitive person, so I feel things a little bit more stronger than others. And so, um, just being like, nah, I can't do that. That stick with me. So if I ever told you no, just know that stuck with me, and I wish I would have been able to do more for you. So that, and choosing peace over potential. Okay, and that has always been a very, very, um, very, very serious issue for me. Whether it was in relationships, friendships, whatever. I know this person could be the best person in the whole wide world. They just no. I just simply have to choose my peace over the potential of things that I believe could happen for me. Whatever type of category that looks like. I don't want to stress myself out over something that isn't super, super beneficial to my life right now. And also doing less, but doing it intentionally. Like, I know that I've worked all week, and I know that, um, so I've worked all week. I have school. I deal with the kids, and and I feel bad sometimes when I have those downtimes when I'm just like chilling, watching TV, or I take a minute and sit in the car to have that silence to myself, or I feel bad. So I need to take some time and do less intentionally, um, and not feel bad about it. So these are things that I'm definitely gonna work on. Um, yeah, those are some really huge things that I plan to put into my life and go full like today. It's not Monday next week. No, today. And that's those things are huge for me. Things that last year taught me, some really good lessons that last year taught me, was not everyone deserves access to me. So, and that's huge because some people, they have that access and they ruin my energy. Ruin. When I tell you ruin, I'll be rattled for a couple days. But why would I allow someone like that into my life? Why would I? And even if I, in the past allowed them in my life, and I know that they continuously just rattle my energy, why do I want to continuously allow that person to have access to me, or those people to have access to me? Whether it's that the dry hate, you know what I mean, the sneaky type of hate and type of girls or guys, right? Not everybody deserves that access, and it is delightful when you do finally get around, or you finally get around someone and they're like being weird, and you're like, wow, I haven't experienced that in a long time. You're like, dang, okay. So I've been um setting those boundaries and keeping and standing 10 toes down on those boundaries, and it's been doing amazing. So not allowing everybody to have access to me is very, very important. Consistency beats motivation. So this is pertaining to me working out and being more active. When I first got my surgery, I was ensuring that I was active every single day. Active is the key word. Not working out, not hitting a certain group muscle, not the active, okay? And that just consists of me walking my kids to the bus stop or doing certain things, whatever, to ensure that I was active. And after I started going to the gym, being more of a gym girly, um, I I stopped doing that. I just was like, oh, well, I'll go to the gym and I'll do this and that'll be my activeness. And so when I decided to not go to the gym anymore, that activity died down. Okay. And that's when I was seeing the biggest results as well. So that consistency of me being active really made a change in my life. Instead of, now hoping that I'll get the motivation to go to the gym or hoping that I'll get the motivation to go walking or whatever. No. So just being more consistent in little things, it will show and it'll impact. Um, this one is really huge and it means a lot to me, which is love shouldn't feel confusing. Okay, and I'll say it again. Love should not feel confusing. Okay, it's not at all. It never will. Okay, I know that there are people in my life who love me no matter what I do, no matter what I have said, whatever, they love me. And that's how you know love. I know it because I seen it, I felt it. So I would never ever be confused. Does this person love me? Would someone who loved me do this? There's no confusion about it. I have to remember that. Okay. Also, this one is so beautiful. Um, Rest is productive. Okay. Literally, I've learned in my health journey that in order for your body to heal and actually like absorb things as well as even lose weight, you have to get the proper amount of rest. So, rest is very productive, and there's not much more that I could really say on that besides go to sleep at a good time, ho. Okay. um, Also, I don't need permission to change. That's my last one. I do not need permission to change from a bitch ass person. I don't need it from nobody. Okay? Um and with that, it's like I like to ask people around me. So if I do this, do you think, why are you asking? Do it. Stupid. Who cares what anybody else think? If anything happens where I lose a friendship or a relationship, whatever, because of something that I did to change myself, I know that I have the best interest in myself. So, or for myself, I'm sorry. So, if I change anything, whether I get if I go to the gym and get a BBL, I don't know. If I get a BBL or something, I know that I did it because it's something for me, okay? Or if I'm eating better, if I'm whatever, it's for me and for the good of something in my life, regardless of what it is, because I know that I'm going to make good decisions, right? So, I don't need permission to change from no one. And I will always remember that. Always, okay? Something that I'll be leaving behind is, let me see, over explaining, telling people no. The end. No. But over explaining. Oh, well, I didn't do this because I thought that and da, 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 da. I I want somebody to feel some type of way and I'll be like, okay. The end. That was it. Great book. I do find myself over explaining a lot because I don't want to lose the people that I love or that whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, the people who love me and the people that are around me, they know me. You know what I mean? So over explaining for what? If I have to over explain, especially to I won't be, now I know for a fact that I definitely won't be over explaining to a stranger. I have an issue with like caring about how I look or how people think or what people think. And no, I'm not doing it no more. So over explaining is Zippo up out of there. Also, my favorite is entertaining bare minimum effort. Entertaining bare minimum effort. I'm not doing it no more. A lot of times I'll be like, oh wow, thank you for this. And it's some bare minimum booty butt cheek ass shit. Excuse me? No. So you did that? Yeah. I mean, yes, you should, as you should. As you should. As you should. And I feel like a lot of people would assume that the way that I am going to align myself is going to be like a B. But like I feel like it's just an adult. It's very adultish, for sure. Struggle of, okay, I've struggled for a very long time. And for a very long time, okay? And probably 31 years. And I'm 32, right? So I'm real. I'll be 33. So um I'm just now understanding and learning to love myself and the people around me properly. I had a late start, you know? And so struggle love is what helped me understand a lot of things, but I'm not going to um, keep that with me anymore. Whether that is struggle love financially, struggle love romantically, struggle love physically, okay? I don't want it. And just, excuse me, because I want to bring up something. Give me one moment. I'm actually googling it. But for those of you who do not know what or the example, or excuse me, the definition of struggle love, it is describes a relationship where one partner endures significant hardship, or the relationship um they endure significant hardship, instability, or mistreatment, so like infidelity, financial irresponsibility, or emotional abuse, verbal abuse, or even of course physical abuse, right? So all of those things, um yes, struggle love is going to be left behind, and i I've dealt with it, and I've healed from that as well. So I won't be going for that anymore. Um, being available to being available to everyone but myself. So because and those of you who are parents in any type of form, um, you you will see, or you'll experience putting everyone else before yourself, okay? And that can be detrimental on you, physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. It could be detrimental, especially if you have multiple kids. You really get lost in the sauce. You have all these personalities that you're dealing with. You're loving, you're teaching, you are nurturing, you're kissing boo boos, you're teaching, whatever, right? And you can really get lost in the sauce. At one point, I didn't even know what size clothes I wore before I started losing weight. I just didn't know, not because I was gaining weight, but just simply because I don't buy things for myself. Um, or I had it. At one point, I just had like two, maybe three bras. And one of them was from like the 8th grade. This when I only had my first son. So around like 24, 5, 6, I didn't take care of myself. I was only worried about my children or my child and the people around me. So yes, being available for everyone except for yourself, that can be hard. It can be very scary, and it can be very lonely. You can be in a room full of people and you can feel very, very lonely, because you're not taking care of yourself, okay? Um also shrinking to be accepted. I find myself in situations where Number one, I'm a very bright, shining, happy, exciting, loving, um, awesome person. Okay. And I love to show that. And I know when I walk in a room, my presence is always like, it's always dominating. It's very dominating. When I walk into a room, it stops. If not all of it, half of it for sure. Just to you know, and I at first I found myself shrinking down to not be looked at a specific way because I do it for the girls, okay? And if the girls are mad, like, oh, she thinks she all that, I would kind of shrink down instead of being like, oh, because I am. So I won't be doing that anymore. Shrinking down, sure not, sure ain't. You know. So with that being said, um, I do want to know or I do have a couple questions for you guys, so you can answer me in a question, excuse me, in the comments, or you can always, yeah, answer in the comments or write me personally. I don't mind that either. But a question is, what are you aligning with this year? What felt off to you last year, and what does alignment look for you? So you guys are invited to my DMs, comment, leave voice notes, follow, whatever. But definitely, you guys make sure that you subscribe, follow, and let me know what you think. Do not forget to answer the poll in the comments, you guys. I missed you guys so much. I wanted to do a quick podcast. I didn't want to go our 30 minutes how we normally do, but I missed you guys, and we're back. Okay, we're back. I promise. Okay, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. But I wanted to do a New Year's one just to ensure that you guys, know that I'm here. I'm back. Okay. Okay. So I missed you guys. Don't forget to answer my questions, and I will see you guys again. Mwah. Bye.